Let's do this.
Now turn left onto 221st Avenue Northeast.
You can see that the car veered to the right because it can't tell where the boundary is. Normally, on the right side, this is pedestrian walking area. The car can't tell, so I don't know why the wiper went off. That's a bug. Okay, this area, I think the speed limit is 25, so it's being extra cautious, which is fine in this neighborhood. Let me see what is my setting. Is assertive actually. Okay, the car is right lane bias, which is good. Around this neighborhood, there's no marking on the road, so in the earlier version of full self-driving, my car tend to drive in the middle of the street, which is really awkward to say the least, and dangerous potentially if there's incoming traffic. But the latest version, even the previous .3.2, I think it's fixed that problem, at least on this local street. This is a great complete stop. No surprises here. Need to keep my hands on the wheel. I'm testing out my new camera mount with the suction cup. It feels pretty strong. I'm using the Sony RX100. This is I think version 3. So it doesn't have the LCD display that flips up that you can do vlogging. I'm also wondering if the camera shakes. Let me see if this is tight enough.
500 feet, turn right onto Northeast 133rd Street.
Speed is up. Okay, so we're coming around the intersection where the software used to stay in the middle of the street.
Right onto Northeast 133rd Street.
It's a little bit of a rough right there, but you can see that now the car is on the right side when I'm making a right turn instead of hogging the entire road. This is a massive improvement than the previous version that I have, where the car would just stay in the middle of the street, so the car behind me cannot make a left-hand turn, for example. But back there now, there's enough room for a car behind me to squeeze through to make left-hand turn without being blocked by me. Speed up just a little bit so the car behind me doesn't get pissed off. There's no drama so far. To take an early drive in the morning before the hectic of working day starts. That's a pretty smooth turn. I think I noticed in the previous version, even with that turn back there, it sometimes turned on the signal light. So back there it didn't do that, which is good. But on our way back though, on the same street, there's another turn that is later coming up. It was still right around the fire station, coming around a neighborhood called Tuscany. It will still make left turn signal even though I'm still just on the main road. So I'm not sure why it does that. Because the map shows that I'm not making a turn, so I think that's a software glitch. It's not a big deal, it's just kind of amateurish. So that's the Tuscany that I just passed.
1,000 feet, turn left left onto
So basically
Bear
that
Creek
turn
Road
back there on my
Northeast.
way back, it will make a left turn signal just briefly, about I would say at a second or two. We're just about getting onto the main road soon, right after this is still the side street
Bear Creek
where
Road
we're
Northeast.
getting onto left turn Bear Creek. No drama. Obviously this is a very simple road, so I don't expect anything. Just doing a video test with my camera mount, so don't have to take on a very difficult road. Next time I'll probably do the roundabout, which I think this car still has some issues. Definitely had a problem with the dot 3.2 where it made the aggressive turn. I think a couple days ago I tried using dot 3 in the roundabout, and somehow the car came to a complete stop right before entering the roundabout, even though there's absolutely no car around it. So I made a note, I disengaged and made a voice note to Tesla to see what's going on. Maybe it's some kind of glitch. So we're on the main road now. This is Avondale, heading toward 520. So for those guys that are following FSD beta, this software, even with the latest one, still cannot deal with raining conditions. I'm going to speed up a little bit here. When it starts raining, I will always get a warning on the screen saying that the full self-driving beta feature may not be fully functional. I think mainly because the camera is affected by the rain droplets. It also have some issues, I think, at night, at least with my experience, even without raining. So I'm passing this big truck. I can actually tell that the car is going to stay on the left side of the lane to give this a big trailer space. Very subtle, actually, much subtler than the previous version. I can barely notice it if I'm not paying attention. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but yeah, this definitely have the newer UI. Since the dot 2, they got rid of the previous version beta red line. As you can see on my video, I have the rainbow turned on, so I can always tell whether I am in full self-driving beta, or sometimes I accidentally disengage but the car is still in autopilot. So this way I can tell if FSD is fully engaged by looking at the rainbow. Okay, the guy behind me just had enough with it. With my slow speed, I guess he's going to try to pass me. Let's see if he'll cut me off. I have a couple guys cut me off last time when I was driving this. I say I'm going with the traffic flow, so not really slow. This is a safe distance. I also just noticed, I think the safety feature is a lot more intelligent. My own experience was in the previous version is really sensitive. Whether I have my hands on the wheel, it looks like I didn't get that in the latest version. Maybe inside the cabin camera is just monitoring my eyes, see if I'm paying attention on the road. As long as I do that, maybe it doesn't warn me to put my hands on the wheel. I have my one hand on the wheel. Let's see if it complains about it. I think the previous version it doesn't like that. It would like both hands on the wheel. At least from my experience. Overall experience so far, feeling a lot more confident. I think with this software, it feels a lot more like a human driver than before. There's still some situations like the roundabout, it behaves more like a teenager, being extra cautious or making inconsistent decision, I would say. But just on a regular road like this, absolutely no problem whatsoever. What I find, some of the small things that I like about Full Self Driving Beta software is that sometimes you get a notification. I know you're not supposed to do this, but I think most people do that anyways. You might want to take a look at the phone, or you want to see something important. Put this thing on full autopilot, that's Full Self Driving Beta. Just give you a peace of mind, so you can look at your phone real quick without worrying rear-ending somebody in front of you. So even the previous version of Full Self Driving Beta does a really good job in just slow traffic like this, stop and go. So I find that very useful. And obviously, you know, in this kind of situation, it's kind of a pain if you have to do it yourself. With a lot of companies now telling people to go back to work, I think the traffic situation is only going to get worse. So I'll definitely be trying this out when I start commuting back to work to see how this thing functions. No problem whatsoever so far. I wish they can see pothole in the next few version updates. In Seattle area, we're well known for bad road conditions, and we definitely have our fair share of potholes. And that was interesting. It's come it accelerated and then slows down a lot faster than I would like. Just a tiny bit of concern when I saw that. Okay, this is the boring part of the road. We're just going through traffic. I think it's very easy to forget how cool it is to essentially make my Tesla Model 3 better. This is a 2019 model. Because of this Full Self Driving Beta software, this car is better than the same car that I bought, you know, 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, right? I bought it. I bought the Full Self Driving Beta when it costs only. You know, I have to speed up a little bit. It's being a little bit more cautious than I like. So you just have to press on the gas pedal. It's funny we still call it the gas pedal even though this is electric. So I was saying that because this has over-the-air software update with the Full Self Driving Beta, I bought it back when it cost $6,000. Can you imagine that? $6,000, and I thought that was expensive. I bit the bullet. So now I feel pretty good about it because now it costs over 10 grand, right? I'm not sure if I can find it. For some reason, the map can't find it. Spell wrong if I can spell post office. There it is.
turn right onto 185th Avenue Northeast.
I also appreciate how the full self-driving beta takes over after you enter the address without any fuss. That was done in real time, right? You saw that. I put in the actual post office address and then engage the full self-driving beta. I didn't notice any jerkiness in the ride. There's no sudden jerk on the wheel as the software engaged. It was just seamless, which I think is also improvement from the previous version, especially before the 11. Also, I think I noticed an update where if you come to a intersection, the default view, I don't know if you can change this, but the default view is top down, so you can see everything around and near the intersection. I have to push the car go forward faster. Not sure why it is slow to start. Alright, now it finally warned me to put my hands on the wheel.
Turn right.
Arriving at the post office is going to make a right turn into the post office parking lot. Last time I was here, I noticed that it doesn't capture or notice the speed bump that's coming up right here. Does it?
Now your destination is on the right.
I can't tell. Maybe? It feels like it was slowing down a little bit. Anyway, we're at the post office, so that's it. Hope you enjoy. I'm gonna drop my package off and head home. Alright, so I just adjusted the camera so I can get a wider view of my screen and also the looking out the window. Hopefully it works better. Again, this is just a test video. Alright, now we're heading home. We'd like to go through the roundabout if that's possible.
In 500 feet, turn left onto 185th Avenue Northeast.
We shall see.
Now turn left onto 185th Avenue Northeast.
Alright. Oh my god. So far away from the stop sign. Don't like that at all. Alright. I'm not sure why it does that pause back there. So as you can see, even with the latest version, there's still certain things that it does that's a little bit different than what a human would do. I'm sure the software is just trying to be extra cautious as you get out of the stop sign situation, but I don't think any human would do that unless you're just new to driving. So he's gonna pick the road back where I came from. I'm gonna force to go to the right and then re-engage. Speeding up. Okay. Woman behind me is making a left turn, so I don't have to worry about her getting mad at me. So when it comes to that stop, the traffic light, I think I'm gonna make a right and take the back road.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Northeast Union Hill Road.
Have a tough day at work today. Not really looking forward to it, but okay, now I'm gonna disengage. But this drive certainly can, it's kind of therapeutic, you know what I mean? I'll probably do another one at the end of the day just to kind of release the tension. Alright. I didn't like that. Alright, so Okay, so it's going through the roundabout. I still feel this software is a little bit iffy around the roundabout. It's a lot better than before, but I will not trust it with my life. You know what I mean? We'll see. This is Union Kill. You can see there's quite a bit of morning traffic, especially on the other side. But all of this traffic went through the roundabout, so it'll be interesting to see how it handles the cars around the roundabout. It may have to take over. We'll see. So it's gonna go through the roundabout, basically make a 90-degree route to the left. This is the second exit. Okay, so it's taking the outside lane, which is right. Here is, I want to see if it actually slows down, yield, or anything. No, it didn't. Okay, so I think I would do the same thing. So it pauses for some reason, so it get really confused. Okay, do you see that? I don't know what happened back there. There's no rain. You gotta speed up. Back there, it was trying to look for the right lane. That's interesting because I believe I took the same route a few days ago, and it didn't do that at all. It basically stayed in the outside lane, and I remember there was also incoming traffic trying to merge, and it didn't do that jerky maneuver. So I did not disengage. I just wanted to see how it handled itself. Hopefully I captured that whole experience on the video. I noticed that it slowed down just now when you saw those two cars, which it didn't have to do that. Okay, here's a merge lane. It should take the right lane. There we go. You can see that this part is pretty hectic. Okay, I'm lucky this time. There's nobody coming in, so I'm merging to the left without a problem. Now the lane is going to change from 2 to 1, and I did notice that it never used the turn signal, which I think it should, especially if there's a car right behind me or right next to me. They should look into that. Again, you know, if you just think about whether you as a driver would do that, I would certainly do it. I don't think this, I'm not sure if this software will only do that if it noticed there's a car around me. That's the only thing I can think of why it didn't use the turn signal. This is a pretty straight shot up to the hill, and then later on we'll have to go through Trilogy, which next to the golf course, and there's another roundabout, but that roundabout has less traffic than the one that I just drove through. So far the first roundabout definitely has some issues. Looks like the software can't decide which lane to take, but eventually it figured it out. I think I did have to press on the pedal a little bit to encourage it to move, because the girl was looking at me funny. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Semi is slowing everybody down. I'm gonna guess it's going to QFC. drop of potato chips. Checking my message, my brother is supposed to visit me today. Whoa, you're a little close, buddy. I think the slowing down pace was a little bit abrupt. I think if I have a passenger, it'll definitely feel a little bit uncomfortable. I think it's because, actually, try average. Maybe that's because the setting is assertive.
In 1 mile, turn left onto Trilogy Parkway Northeast.
Hello, Frito-Lay. Whatever tastes good, something like that, that's processed food, I can't eat it anymore. Or I should not eat it anymore. Alright, so in the next stoplight, we're gonna make a left. And then inside that local street, there's a roundabout. Let's see how it performs this time around. Why are you going to the right? There we go. I noticed the same thing last time. It went to the right lane, and then last time was worse. It had to make a had to cross 2 lane to get back to the left turn signal here. Definitely some more improvement is needed. That's why it's still beta, I think. Maybe check. I better not forget any meeting at this hour. Alright, there's no meeting. Alright, COE meeting's at 10 o'clock, so I have some time. What is this high priority? OSU Canary, okay. Still connection. Again, when you're at the traffic stoplight, I find the autopilot really helpful. It will let you know, it will chime if the light turned green to get your attention. In the meantime, you can check on mail real quick to see if anything is on fire. Damn, I don't remember this light has been this long. There we go. Come on, come on. Okay, I need to speed up. It's just following the law too much. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just we don't do that, right? Human never follows the speed limit. The The other thing I was wondering is whether the Tesla software will know local law that's different. Like right-hand turn on red is a sort of a West Coast thing. I think mostly Seattle, California, but some other states, I don't think that's legal. So I'm not sure it know the difference. Okay, here's the roundabout.
Now enter the roundabout and take the second
Makes me a little bit
exit.
nervous every time I get into roundabout here. Okay, so good. A student driver is in front of me, so we cannot be worse than that, right? Okay, so you see that? It's slowing down. Why the hell do you slow down? Come on. Let's go, go, go. Go, 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 go. See, I still have to press the pedal. I would not have slowed down that much. I set my speed to be about 5 miles over so I can keep up, but it still was being a little bit too much, too cautious. Alright, from here on, going back, I don't expect there's any issue because it's just a straight shot and then a right turn back into the community. This car in front of me definitely is a student driver because it looks like it's following the speed limit, which I think nobody does. And it's using a lot of brakes. That's how you can tell. Closer. Can the Tesla really tell it's a student driver? I'm still trying to figure out where is the new setting to control the distance, because the right button, why is he getting a little bit too close to? That was tailgating. I don't know why the software did that. Okay, that was without drama. I was just wondering if it will do anything jerky around that big truck. I was saying I was just trying to still figure out where is the control now to set the distance, because when I use the right mouse button, as you can see, it brings up the setting of the mode of the driving, whether it's sort of average or chill, and I can't find for the life of me where is the setting now. I swear it was the right button, because the left button is media control, like go forward, backward on music. So I don't know where they put the damn thing. If I press the button, that's voice control. Hello, Elon. Fix the full self-driving beta bugs.
Now turn right onto 218th Avenue.
Slow down, buddy. Oh, it was too fast. At least it felt too fast. It was smooth, but I don't know why it was coming into the turn that fast.